ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Hello and welcome. It's time for the weekend preview. It's Sunday night, May 20th, 2018. I'm DSP, of course, fresh out of the shower, which is why my hair is all puffing up like this. And welcome to the show. Finally back. I'm back from my time away last week. It was a very short week, right? I mean, half the week blew by in a moment because I was not live streaming for several days or putting out new videos or anything like that. Came back strong, but it ended up being a pretty short week overall. Got a lot done in those few days, let me tell you. Wrapped up Dead Space 2, continued on with the Yakuza 6 playthrough, started up with State of Decay 2, and the final major session ever of Ultra Street Fighter 2, I've retired the game officially. All that has happened, plus did a little one-off session of getting over it because people voted for it overnight, and I ended up playing it Saturday night. So a wide variety of stuff is now available for you to watch over on DSP Gaming, especially if you weren't around at the early last week because you knew I was at time away. You missed a bunch. You should head over there and check it out all on demand, okay? The good news is this coming week is going to be chock full of new content for you. In fact, I've already been working. I mean, since I came back Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 more straight days before I take any time off, okay? Lots of fun stuff coming up this week. We've got continuing playthroughs. We've got playthroughs that are starting up. We got, you know, all kinds of fun stuff, like multiple new games and everything that I definitely want to let you guys be in the know on what to expect. But also in this weekend preview, I'll be extending it a little bit longer just to let you guys know exactly what's going on with the rest of the month, because now we do have a better idea of what else is coming out and the timing that I'll be covering all those games. And I obviously want to let you know, okay? Little bit of an update in regards to the Patron's Choice, although nothing major, is that the patrons are nominating for the games right now for Patron's Choice playthrough. I haven't checked it in a little bit. I'm going to give them one more week. So if you are a patron from the month of April and you have not yet nominated a game for Patron's Choice, you have 1 week left. And if you've already nominated games, but maybe you want to go in and see now what's been nominated, because maybe you want a second nomination, keep in mind the games that are nominated the most will get to the final poll. If I have 100 games that are only nominated once, then there's no poll, because I don't know what to do, because everything's only nominated once. So please head in there. If you are a patron from the month of April, check out the thread one more time. Nominate games, nominate newer games, second the nominations, and by the end of this week, probably next week, Sunday night, I'll make the poll where the patrons will then begin to vote, and I'll let everyone know here what that poll is going to be, okay? All right, so outside of that, there's not much else really to talk about in regards to, like, updates to things. Right now, there's, what, 10 days left in the month, 11 days, something like that. Subs went way down, just like I knew they would. I told you guys for a while, especially if you've been on stream, I've been mentioning this, that we had a big surge of subscribers in the month of April because people came in to support me when I was playing Bloodborne's Redemption run. Well, all those gifted subs expired in one fell swoop. Boom. We dropped by some 50 plus subs. It was pretty crazy. We are slowly building back up, but, you know, that being said, are we going to hit 475 subs this month on Twitch? Probably not. I lowered the goal. All right. I actually lowered it to 450 subs, and today I added a secondary reward. So not only if we hit 450 subs on Twitch by the end of this month, will I be doing the special Street Fighter Anniversary Collection Master Run Challenge, where I play all the arcade versions of these games, 11 games in one marathon sitting on the hardest difficulty, trying to beat them all. But I'll also commit to buying the Anniversary Collection on the Switch. Because today, when I finished up with Ultra Street Fighter 2, and a lot of people were bummed about it, they were like, man, Phil, you played this game for a year, and it was fun playing you. I have a Switch, and I played you on the Switch, and it sucks now that, I don't have a PS4 or an Xbox One or whatever version you'll be playing, which I'm going to be playing PS4 for the Anniversary Collection, but I will maybe getting it for Xbox One as well. But understandably, there are people who've been playing me in Ultra Street Fighter 2 for the last year, and they're disappointed now that they're probably not going to be able to play me in the better Anniversary Collection coming out next week. So today I said, you know what, if we can get some 70 subscriptions that we need by the end of the month in order to hit the goal, I will take the bullet and I will buy the Switch version of our Anniversary Edition. And what I will do is variate. One day I'll be playing PS4, one day I'll be playing Xbox One day we variate over to the Switch. It's cool because we compare internet connections and everything and availability of competition and all that between the different console versions, right? But we'll see if we got to hit that goal. So FYI, check it out over at Twitch. Subscribe to the channel now. If we hit this goal of 450 subs by the end of the month, I'll be having a double event, you know, getting the game on Switch, the Anniversary Collection, and then playing the Anniversary Collection in this challenge mode special marathon event. Should be a lot of fun, okay? All right. That's it. Let's actually get to the schedule, so you guys know exactly what's coming up every day. First of all, today, I played the final session of Ultra Street Fighter 2. I've uploaded about half of those videos to DSP Gaming. Let me tell you, it was a great session. I had over 90 wins. Wow, that's pretty damn good. And I was able to basically kind of play every character. I know I fought every freaking character in the game, which was great. Good variety. Tons of course, V-Kens, Evil Ryus, and Akumas. But I got my revenge on a ton of them. It was a great session. I actually ended up with a pretty high ranking. And it ended up being really good. It was a good way to end the game and say, you know what, that was a good year of me playing this game. You know, good enough. And now time to move on to the better version, right? So, that was good. I've only uploaded the first half of the videos to DSP Gaming. I will be uploading the second half of the videos later this week when I'm not doing any new streaming. I'll explain, you know, when we get to that day in the schedule here, okay? Monday, I'm continuing State of Decay 2 on my first stream, and then Monday night will be Yakuza 6. So some updates on both of these playthroughs. State of Decay 2, I'm about 8 hours in, and admittedly, the game is a lot of grinding and a lot of repetition. However, last session, I learned a few things about the game that I didn't really understand. Like, I learned how to do modifications on parts of your base to enable new abilities and new things, and I found out, wow, now I can make new grenades, and I can have more beds so that people are happy. I can recruit more people now. I can get how to get a new outpost and stuff. I got a new base. At the end of the last session of State of Decay 2, I got a whole new base with all these new areas now. So now I'm going to a whole new part of the map I've never been to before when I start playing tomorrow. So that's going to be good. State of Decay 2, admittedly, a lot of grinding and a lot of repetition. And sadly, I'd say less story than the first game, which kind of sucks. But it's a game that when I'm playing it on stream, it's cool because I can interact with the people on stream. Much like when I played PUBG, it's kind of the same deal, and I've been having fun with it. So I'm looking forward to more on Monday, and I hope that it keeps going and keeps getting better, okay? Monday night, Yakuza 6. I am almost done with the game, if you can believe it, finally. You know, this is a game that I started playing, what was it, in like mid-April or something like that. But yeah, I'm almost done with the game. I'm in chapter 10, and the game only has 13 chapters. So, actually, I take it back. I think I have 12, and then an epilogue. So, I think it technically does have 13. But, the rate I'm going with these chapters, I'm beating at least one, if not 1.5 per session. So, tomorrow night, I may beat chapter 10 and go into chapter 11. You know, another 2, 3, 4 sessions, I may be done with Yakuza 6, which is good, because I don't want Yakuza 6 to be this big lingering playthrough I never get back to once all these new releases start coming out very, very shortly, which we're going to discuss. Okay, so Yakuza 6, Monday night. Tuesday, the release of H1Z1 on consoles. H1Z1, for those who don't know, one of those granddaddy, along with DayZ, one of those kind of granddaddy games on PC from years ago. Like, what was it, 3 years ago? Something like that. They were huge on PC. They were huge on Twitch back then. These were the games that created the Battle Royale craze that then eventually in the last year jumped over to consoles with PUBG and Fortnite, and now those are the new dominant games. Well, H1Z1 is finally getting a console port. Probably trying to get in all the money that those other guys made by porting to console, right? So I want to check it out because, you know, this is the predecessor of PUBG. A lot of people say it's better than PUBG, and some people say it's worse than PUBG. What I'm honestly curious about here, will it perform better than PUBG? Because PUBG runs like shit on console. Will this game run better than PUBG, right? Plus, this game apparently has a zombies element that's not in PUBG, obviously, or Fortnite. So it'll be pretty cool to see these zombies get implemented in the game. So, that being said, guys, H1Z1 will be my main stream on Tuesday. I'm very curious to check this out. Tuesday night, we're flipping it. It'll be State of Decay Tuesday night, okay? Wednesday, I'm playing it by ear. If people really liked H1Z1 on Tuesday, then I'll do it as another major stream on Wednesday. If not, then maybe Wednesday's main stream will be State of Decay 2, and maybe I'll do more Yakuza 6 Wednesday night. Okay, Thursday, again, up in the air. People really liked H1Z1, or maybe I held off on playing it Wednesday. I'll play it Thursday, State of Decay 2. See, it's going to be a mix. Basically, Wednesday, Thursday will be a mix between H1Z1, State of Decay 2, and Yakuza 6, depending on how things go. Fair enough? What I'm hoping here is that between tomorrow, that'll be 12 hours in State of Decay 2. All right, at least maybe one other major session and maybe a nighttime session. So then you'll be talking 16 to 18 hours. Maybe I'll be reaching the end of the game. From what I understand, to beat State of Decay 2, I guess what you really need to do is destroy all of the zombie hearts or plague hearts in an area, and then I guess you can move on to another one. I'm not sure. I don't understand how the story structure of this game really works, or when there's an ending to the game. So we'll see. You know, another 2-3 major sessions. We'll see if I can wrap it up by the end of this week. Because here's the thing. This Friday, the major release for the week, the real major release, Detroit Become Human. The next game from Quantic Dream, the same company that made Heavy Rain, the same company that made Beyond Two Souls, and yes, way back when, the same company that made Fahrenheit / oh God, what was it called? I can't remember what the other name of Fahrenheit is. It has two names. That game has 2 names. But anyway, their latest game, people are hyped for it. More than likely, let's be real talk here. Quantic Dream games are not long. I mean, even Beyond Two Souls was, what, 8 hours long? So I know that's not going to take me a long time to beat this game. However, as we all know, Quantic Dream games lend themselves to multiple playthroughs because the choices you make change the game in a big way. I'm sure this game's going to have at least 2 or 3 endings, okay? So that being said, what I'm planning on doing is the following. On Friday, which would be the 25th of May, I'm going to be playing Detroit Become Human all day long. My first stream and my second stream, we're talking 6+ hours of Detroit Become Human in one sitting, right? One freaking sitting. That's going to be a lot of development, and I might even be nearing the end of the game within that one day of playing it, okay? That Saturday is my day off. I know you're like, oh, what, really? Yeah, I mean, at that point, it would have been 9 days since I took a day off. I need to take a day off to go grocery shopping and do stuff. You know, I have to. So that Saturday, the 26th, is my day off for the week. What I will be doing is uploading the remainder of the Ultra Street Fighter 2 videos from today's, you know, conclusion stream to DSP Gaming on that day. So there will be constant video footage all week, even if I'm not streaming that Saturday. Then when I come back on that Sunday, it'll be more Detroit, and I'm going to try to finish maybe the game in that sitting, and then maybe start a second run. Because, yes, I am definitely going to do at least 2 runs through Detroit Become Human to do the alternate choices and see what happens when you choose the alternate ways to go through the game, okay? Then that Monday, will probably be more Detroit trying to wrap up that second run playthrough, and the potential of either more Yakuza 6, depending on how far I am in the game, we'll see, or maybe more State of Decay 2, I'm not sure, alright? But essentially what I want to do is try to at least get a second run started by the time that Monday comes, because if you guys aren't aware of that Tuesday, so a week from this Tuesday, which is the 29th of May, is the launch of the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, and I have so much to do in this game. There's 3 games primarily I really want to play. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, duh, that's the game I'm the best at. I won tournaments in, placed at EVO. That's the game that I've been playing all year with Ultra Street Fighter 2. That's the one I want to play and whoop ass in. But there's also Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I love that game. I played it really at the end of its tournament life, right before the time when Street Fighter 4 was releasing. I played the hell out of it in arcades, and I actually got really good at it to the point where, if you remember when the game came out on consoles, I had like an insano win streak. I was whooping major ass in it. I was actually really good at it. Not only with Ken, who's my best character, but also Hugo, my really oddball Urien, who doesn't play like other people's Uriens, and a few other characters like Oro and the like Ryu. You know, I mess around with a few other characters, sometimes Akuma. So, I'm excited for Third Strike. But then you got Street Fighter Alpha 3, which is the oddball of all of them because I'm not very good at it. The game has a ridiculous amount of characters, a ridiculous amount of grooves or isms, whatever you want to call them. That played completely differently, and I never really got good at the game. I actually didn't really like the Alpha series as much as the other Street Fighter games, even though I did play them. I preferred the other Street Fighter games, and so the Alpha, you know, this will be interesting, because I'll see how I can do. Can I learn on the fly? Can I start learning this game, Alpha 3, and see if I can do well online in it, while other people probably will be way better than me? So it's going to be a mix of a game I'm incredibly good at, a game that I'm good at, and a game that I'm not so good at, and I'm going to be playing all these online, plus all the other games that are in this collection. So starting on that Tuesday, every day I'm going to be having a major session of the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, and I'll be balancing that with something else. Whether it's going to be, you know, maybe the first day or two I'll just do all of the Anniversary Collection just to get a ton of the variety of gameplay in, and then after maybe 2 days, maybe I'll mix it up then, so then you have the Anniversary Collection and some of the, Detroit to try to finish my second run. Maybe I'll shove in a little State of Decay, or shove in a little bit of Yakuza 6 to try to wrap that up, alright? Because ideally, what I want to do, I want to finish my State of Decay 2 playthrough and my Detroit playthroughs before the 5th of June. And you might say, well, why is that? Well, because on the 5th of June, we got 2 more new games. Vampire from Don't Nod. I believe that was the company that made that game Remember Me, which no one remembers, ironically. But also, Shaq Fu. I know, they made a new Shaq Fu. I gotta play it just for the sake of camp. You know? For the campiness of it. I've gotta play Shaq Fu. So I'm gonna be playing those 2 games, and then it's E3, and then we've got Jurassic World Evolution, plus more games. There's even more games coming out in June. So I'm gonna be super busy. So ideally what I want to do is try to wrap up Detroit and State of Decay 2 and get those done, maybe even Yakuza 6, before we jump into those first few weeks of June, because I don't want those games stuck on hold forever and me never finishing them. Plus, again, with all the content I'm going to have in the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, I'm going to have so much to do on a daily basis. You know, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be very hard deciding what to play. I might have to rely on you guys. I may be doing daily polls on Twitter. What do you want to see tomorrow? Do you want to see this game, or this game of the Anniversary Collection, or do you want to see something else? It may be crazy, you know. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. But the good news is there's so much now in the next few weeks. I'm going to be completely slammed with all new stuff. It's not, oh man, it's boring. What's Phil doing? There's downtime. There's nothing to play. It's the complete polar opposite. I'm going to be completely busy with all these new releases. And that's always a good thing. Real talk. Outside of all that, I don't have much else to talk about. Right now, things are going good on stream. You know, viewership's been good, support's been good, everything's been good. YouTube, I don't know. YouTube's kind of been very weird because my viewership is kind of consistent every day. And some days it's like crazy good, and then some days it's bad. What I mean by that is ad revenue. And it's not me. I think it's actually the ads on YouTube. Sometimes ads, you know, are good ads, and sometimes there's bad ads. I don't know. But right now, I have no complaints. Everything's going good. I'm happy with how it is, and I hope that it stays at this level, because if it does, with all these new releases coming out, potentially, you know, could do really well in the next few months. And in fact, around this time of year, potentially around E3 time, you start to see big jumps, because people are excited in games because of E3, because there's a lot of new advertisements on YouTube and the like, so should be good. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. That's about it. I really don't have much else to say in regards to this month. And, you know, now you know what's going to happen. What I'll do is at the end of this week, I'll have a much better idea next Sunday where we are with the State of Decay, with H1Z1, with Yakuza 6, with Detroit, and I'll be able to give you a cumulative update. Oh, here we are, and, you know, next week you'll have a better idea of what to expect as we start up with the Anniversary Collection of Street Fighter. But for now, playing it by ear, that's how I'm handling it. I hope you guys will join me every day on streams if you can. It's a ton of fun over there, and if you can't, I hope you'll continue to watch over on DSP Gaming, and thanks for all your support. That's about it, guys. All right, thank you for watching the weekly preview, as always. Without further ado, thanks to the following April patrons who are now currently nominating games for the Patrons' Choice playthrough. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow for another full day of fun gaming streams. Peace out.